Perfect. Now, can we start with the interview? But before we move on, I will apologize. Can we offer you anything to drink? We have tea, coffee, juice, or probably water.
Let me take care of that. Cameron, what would you like?
Yes, thanks for asking. I would like to get a tea for myself. My mom would like black coffee with no sugar, and my father would. Can you get him tea as well, please?
No problem? Sure.
The complimentary drinks has been served, clients are happy, and they are now moving on to the client interview process.
Sir, for record purpose, I will be taking notes as we go along. Those notes will be added to your file. So do our phone interactions and any other correspondence in the past and in the future.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Great! Now you have completed your client information and assessment forms that details your personal information and your demographics for your file. I will attach this to your folder.
Okay, moving on, we'll be having a panel-like interview. Each of us here in our firm can ask questions. Each of us bring a different set of legal knowledge and experience to help you with your case. Please feel free to ask us any question too. Now, what brought you and your family to our office?
I'm glad you asked. You see, I have received a notice to appear before the Immigration Appeal Division because I'm about to lose my permanent resident status. This is the last straw after my citizenship application has been denied. This is the only country I have ever known, but now it feels like I'm being exiled.
Please, we need your help. It's very hard not to be with our son here in Canada, especially now that I have medical conditions. It will be hard for me to visit him in the Netherlands if he loses his status.
Yes, after all those years of living here in Canada. He grew up here as a Canadian with Canadian values. We came here when he was still a baby. He was still 14 months old back then when we first arrived. He spent his childhood here cheering for the Blue Jays, the Raptors, and the Maple Leafs.
How long have you lived in Canada, Cameron?
Excluding the years I have lived for the Netherlands for my master's, it has been 27 years.
And you never got citizenship. Did you ever apply?
That's our greatest regret. It was a big mistake that we didn't process his papers and secured his status when he was still a child. We didn't know back then. We didn't know that we had to do that.
I applied last February 2013, but I got denied because I was 597 days short of the residency requirement for citizenship.
During his absence here in Canada, he was in the Netherlands with me. He was doing his master's degree. We were living in Amsterdam and he found a job there. He's working a full-time permanent position for Royal Dutch Shell.
This is a unique case. What is your status in Canada, Cameron?
That's the thing. My permanent residence card has been expired and they told me they can't renew it because I have lost my permanent residency status. And that's why we are here asking for your help to get my status back. I didn't renew my permanent residency since I'm under the impression that I will be granted my Canadian citizenship, but I got denied.
We will help you. We are here for you. We will represent you at the hearing, help you prepare. So do all the witness and get all your supporting documents ready. You also need to complete documentation at least 20 days before your hearing.
Thank you, Showen. It might also help, but I brought his childhood photos, school records. I also have medical records and all other relevant documents to prove that he grew up here in Canada.
We also have brought his hockey jersey when he was 7 years old, if that would help. I think that's Canadian enough.
That will be very helpful. We will need all as much evidence to support your appeal.
Yes, these are the questions we need to address and to satisfy the board. Here's what we need to do. First, let's prepare your IAD hearing for residency obligation appeal. What you need to expect in the IAD hearing: you will give your version of events. You will be cross-examined by the minister's counsel. Witnesses will give their testimony. Interpreters will translate if necessary. Both parties will make submissions, and the IAD member will decide.
Uh, who should I expect, or who are the people involved in this hearing?
Member who will decide your appeal will be at the front of the hearing room or connected to the hearing room by video conference. You and your counsel, if you have one, will be at the table. Minister's counsel will also be there. Both you and the minister's counsel can bring witnesses to testify, give evidence at the hearing. You can ask for an interpreter to be in the hearing room for you or any of your witnesses. AD provide the interpreter. Members of the public are also allowed to attend the immigration appeal hearings unless a confidentiality order is applied for and obtained by a party to the appeal.
As the person making the appeal, you are called the appellant. The person opposing your appeal can be the minister of IRCC. The minister is called the respondent. The minister is represented by a counsel who comes from the Canada Border Services Agency and is called the minister's counsel.
A member of the Immigration Appeal Division hears your appeal and decides. Since you've received the notice of appeal, that means the Immigration Appeal Division is ready to hear your appeal.
Cameron, do you have the copy of your notice?
Yes, it's here, and I have a question. What if I cannot appear on the date specified on my notice because I'm not ready?
If you, or let's just say us, your counsel, cannot attend, you can ask in writing to change the date or time of your hearing. You must have very good reasons, or the IAD will not allow you to change the date or time.
I see.
Cameron, in this appeal, we need to prove that the decision was wrong. We can use evidence to prove your case, such as the reasons for your prolonged stay abroad, family ties in Canada, your financial struggles and not being to find a proper job in Canada, your economic struggles in Canada, and the hardship and the dislocation if in case you will lose your status in Canada.
Good idea, as I can't afford to lose my permanent status as well. I love my parents so much, especially right now that my father has Parkinson's disease and other medical conditions, which make it difficult for him to visit me in the Netherlands.
Cameron, your father's condition will at least help your case.
We need you to understand and show you how the law and evidence support your case. The Minister's Counsel will try to show how the law and evidence do not support your case. You can access all of Canada's immigration law, regulations, the IAD rules of practice, and other legal references on the website of the board.
Can I have a witness at my hearing like my parents? Because I have mentioned on the notice form that my parents and girlfriend will be my witnesses.
Yes, sure you can. That is the plan.
Okay, great. I think I will be ready as long as you will all be there to guide and prepare me before my hearing date.
Definitely, we will guide you step by step. We will do our best to help you the best we can. Based on the facts that you have given us, we pretty much understand that what we need to do. We will carefully study your case.
Thank you, and looking forward to this hearing.
Thank you, and see you at the next meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kamran, for your trust. To summarize our meeting, we are going to do the following. We will prepare your documentation for your residency obligation on the IAD hearing. We will prepare you for a mock hearing interview on our next meeting next week. We will represent you on your IAD hearing. Last, hopefully, if everything is good at the hearing and they favored you, then we can move on to your Canadian citizenship application.
Sounds like a plan, Christine. Thank you.
Since we have everything we need from you, we'll prepare all documentation and we'll finalize the application. We have to meet again to discuss further and we'll prepare you for the hearing. Thank you. It was great meeting you guys. I'm looking forward to working with you. Shawn will call and email you the details about the second meeting. See you soon. I will have Shawn assist you from here.
Thank you, guys. We can't wait for this to be over.
Thank you, Kamran. If you don't have any questions for me, I will leave you with Shawen to continue.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Joven, about the fees of 3,500. Can I pay through credit card?
Thanks, Cameron, for asking. Yes, we do accept major credit cards such as Visa, MasterCard, and Amex.
Thank you, Sharwen, for assisting Cameron, and we are looking forward to our next meeting.
So the client paid the firm. They were very happy leaving the office with a positive hope and were very satisfied with the customer service presented by the immigration firm. After the second meeting, everything went well with their mock hearing. Cameron and his family were very excited about the Immigration Appeals Division hearing. The appeal was heard on October 10, 2017. The counsel for the minister gave way to the length of time that Cameron has spent in his country, his social establishment, his family ties, and the psychological dislocation he would experience if he loses his permanent resident status. The appeal is allowed, and he is able to retain his permanent resident status. In addition, the immigration firm has given Cameron the checklist and guide for his citizenship application once he completed the required number of days.